Graham, fresh off the stage at the Microlize conference, welcome.
Thank you.
Just a few questions. I mean, you talked about the VitaNova Centre, so could you just tell me a bit more about what that is and why you've set it up?
Yeah, the VitaNova Centre is our attempt to chase the environmental rabbit down the rabbit hole in terms of an operating base. So having been frustrated with truck and that sort of technology not being ready, it's not really practical for what we do, and at the moment it's not economical for our customers, then we wanted to do something. So it was our stab at a carbon neutral build, an off-grid operation, and something that's very, very flexible that we can pretty much do what we want with in the future. Nothing's permanent.
Okay. So it's a centre for innovation, is it, effectively?
In effect, VitaNova is new life. And it's our way of saying we're reinventing ourselves and moving to the next phase.
Yeah. So you mentioned some of the challenges, and so what are some of the bigger challenges that you or your customers are facing around decarbonisation?
I think it is the practicality and the cost. So can we get the fuels that we need? We can't get the range, and clearly the cost is completely prohibitive for most of our customers. Yeah. So even with trucks that we've designed and are on the drawing board ready to go, they just sort of look at us and go, really?
Yeah.
Not yet, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that is the big challenge, and I think certainly in the industry we're looking at a lot of the feedback we get from our members is that whilst there might be a vision to go electric, actually there's some intermediary steps in there that could be hydrogen or low carbon, but it's not clear.
I think so, and we're doing all that in the background as best we can, whether it's HVO or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Latest technology on the diesel engines.
Yeah.
You know, they're not bad, are they, as engines?
Yeah. When there's a lot of debate in the industry about transition to zero emissions. So where are you on that? Is the future straight to electric, or is there something in between? Or I mean, where do you think it will go?
Personally, we're open to the options. Do I think it'll be electric, given we're at 44 tonne plus all the time anyway?
Yeah.
We're pretty much fully freighted all the time. It's going to be a real challenge to get the range and the ability to have an economical solution.
Yeah.
Can't see electric really working. But whether
it
it's
might come, but then you've got the challenge of charging them up and everything else.
Yeah. One of my team is out of the automotive industry, the other side of the fence, and he talks about an 18-month cycle where batteries get more efficient, they get lighter, regen gets better.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many more steps we're going to need to bring in heavy truck. That's going to be tough.
Away.
I think so.
Yeah. And then we've got the challenge of the infrastructure being there. It's all very well if you're doing it at depot, but there'll be times when you're too far away to recharge. So.
Well, we did dual fuel 10 years ago, and that was exactly the challenge. We had to put our own infrastructure into fuel because nobody else was doing it, and then the next step never quite got there.
Yeah. So what do you think you need from government to continue your journey?
I think a bit of clarity and consistency, because at the moment I'm not sure we're really getting that. I think supporting the technology trials, I know they've talked pounds, shillings and pence today, but that feels like a drop in the ocean to what's really needed. And I think there's got to be a bit of more of a global join up, because all the manufacturers and OEMs are global players.
Well, that's right.
So if we're off down a completely different route from anybody else, I'm not sure that's going to help us.
Yeah, ultimately we're going to need scale, aren't we, as well, in whatever the solution is.
They will, the OEMs will.
Yeah, even though we still put steering wheels on the wrong side. Graham, I understand you're only the fourth CEO of Brit European Transport, and that you're now celebrating your 100th birthday. Well, not you personally, but
I look good on it, don't I?
But what do you think what are the benefits to your customers of a business that's been around for so long?
I think consistency. They see that longevity. We have a clear view on the future. We keep going at something, and we take the learnings with us, so we don't make the same mistakes twice.
Yeah.
And I think that consistency for the staff, our suppliers, is also pretty important.
Okay, that's great. Graham Lackey from Brit European Transport. Thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.